Join my Patreon at patreon.com/bunnytails for the full uncut reactions. Thank you for watching. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Star Trek, the original series. As we make our way through Season 1, every episode, on to Season 2 and Season 3 after that. I hope you guys are ready to be here for a long time because, I plan to be here for a long time watching these. Today we're going to be watching the episode called The Enemy Within. The only thing that makes me think of is there's some sort of imposter on board the Enterprise, something like that. Somebody within the ranks that is perhaps dangerous. I'm not really sure. I'm probably way off. Let's find out. As we go, where no bunny has gone before. Okay, we're starting on a planet. What are we doing?
I should make a good specimen.
What the f*** is that? It's a Unipooch.
At night, it gets down to 120 degrees below zero.
That's nippy.
They shaved that poor dog's tail. Abuse. Ouch.
Get back to the ship. Report to the sick bay.
Ooh, that blood looks very realistic. Gave me the shivers. What does that red light mean?
Where's your engagement?
Huh.
Decontaminate that uniform. Yes, sir. Acted like a burnout.
Can you imagine? You're just being dematerialized or whatever. You're trying to beam in and
Captain Kirk, ready to beam up.
something awful goes up and you just never come back on the other side. Would you just be particles flying out and like how would that work?
Better go get a synchronic meter so we can double check. Yes, sir.
All right, we have another mystery on our hands.
All right, Captain. Locked onto you.
What happened there with the instruments? What's that yellow stuff that was on his uniform? Oh, it's doing it again. A little woozy after that.
Are you all right, Cap? Just a little dizzy. Here, let me give you a hand.
I can't get through there.
Can't get through that wall. I love that. That was pretty good. Wait. Okay. Oh. Well, that's not subtle at all. Did he get his eyelashes done? Like, did he get falsies? I don't think someone's supposed to beam up when Scotty's not there to beam them up. So, they tend to use in this series so far that I've seen a lot of something that appears to be different than it really is.
A duplicate of me, some strange alter ego, had been created by the transporter malfunction.
By the malfunction? It just created another Captain Kirk? Well, they just accidentally, like, did the Genesis Project. We just created life.
Are you all right, sir? Captain? It might profit you to let Dr. McCoy give you the once-over.
All right, engineer, I'll have my engines looked to.
So, this Kirk
Ship's manifest, sir.
was affected some way. I wonder if, he's split into two. Because he doesn't seem to be all there right now. I think that would be cool. I don't know if that's true, but... And then they have to, like, put him back together when they figure out what happened.
What'd you do, take a fall on purpose so you could get a little vacation?
Sorry, I'm brandy.
What can I do for you, Jim?
I said give me the brandy!
Fun episode for Shatner to act, I'm sure. So we have, like, the degenerate Kirk. Oh no! No! He's going for the women! The women! Oh boy.
Come in.
Dr. McCoy seemed to think that I should check on you.
That's nice.
Well, our good doctor said that you were acting like a wild man.
Our good doctor's been putting you on again.
So that seems like normal Kirk to me so far. So maybe it's not a splitting of his
We beamed up
personality.
this animal, and well, look for yourself. It's in this specimen case.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
A few seconds after they sent this one up through the transporter, that duplicate appeared.
Okay.
Except it's not a duplicate. It's an opposite. One gentle, one mean and fierce. We don't dare send Mr. Sulu and the landing party up. If this should happen to a man...
Yeah, that would be bad.
Oh my.
I want that. That's really cool.
Can I help you, Captain?
You're too beautiful to ignore. Too much woman.
Too much woman.
Stop pretending.
Yee.
Let's stop pretending. Come here, James. Don't fight me.
Oh, God. Very uncomfortable.
Just a minute, James.
Oh, he's gonna eat her face.
Just a minute.
Oh. Nice legs.
Go, Mr. Spock! Go, Mr. Spock!
Wait, no, help her. Punch him.
Geological Technician Fisher. Deck
Okay,
12, section...
that works. Oh no, what section? What section?
Me. I've been resting here since you left me. Let's find out what's going on.
I thought Kirk already kind of figured it out when they said, oh, that was cool. Cool shot. Like, it seems like something clicked. He was like, oh my goodness. But I guess not.
Then he kissed me and he said that he was the captain. You started hurting me. I had to fight you, scratch your face.
Well, his face is not scratched.
Yeoman, look at me. Look at my face. Are there any scratches? I was in my room. It wasn't me.
They're using the soft filter on
hadn't been.
him. And not her this
I
time.
can understand.
To show his
I
gentleness.
don't want to get you into trouble.
And to make sure she looks plenty fucked up right now.
Go now, yeoman.
Don't send her off alone. Accompany her.
There's only one logical answer. We have an imposter aboard.
Dun, dun, dun.
On the planet's surface, temperatures are beginning to drop. Our landing party there in growing jeopardy.
Oh, right. They said it could get really cold at night.
How did all this happen?
I don't know, sir. But when Fisher came
Yeah.
up, his suit was covered with a
that
soft yellow
messed up
ore.
the
It had highly
instruments.
unusual properties.
Yeah.
May have caused an overload. Can't tell.
We just can't leave those 4 men down there. It's getting dark. They'll die.
About your double, Captain.
Yes, yes.
Can't take a chance on killing it. No way of knowing what would happen to you.
That's right. We don't know. The men are to be armed, but the phaser's locked. He's to be taken without... He can't be killed.
How should we explain it to them, Captain? Search parties, Captain.
Yes, I'll make an announcement to the entire crew.
Captain, no disrespect intended, but you must surely realize you can't announce the full truth to the crew. You're the captain of this ship. You haven't the right to be vulnerable in the eyes of the crew. You can't afford the luxury of being anything less than perfect. If you do, they lose faith, and you lose command.
Maybe
Yes, I
he
do know
did
that,
get
Mr. Spock.
spliced.
What I don't know is why I forgot that just now.
Yeah, because... Yeah, I was right. 2 parts of the captain.
If you see me slipping again, your orders
You can't even
are to tell me.
just tell me.
Understood, Captain.
Okay. So they gotta put them back together.
Somehow, in being duplicated, I have lost my strength of will. Decisions are becoming more and more difficult. This is the captain speaking. There's an imposter aboard the ship. The imposter may be identified by scratches on his face.
About the phaser weapons. To be set for stunning force and lock.
Oh, yes.
I forgot.
yes. Repeat. The imposter is not to be injured.
I was about to say, this guy probably doesn't feel like he's the imposter.
I'm Captain Kirk! I'm Captain Kirk!
Because he is. Oh, Don't put that on an open wound. Okay, well, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Wilson, give me your phaser. How you been?
Fine, sir.
How you doing,
How's it
Sulu?
going down there, Mrs.
A
Sulu?
little cold?
It's already 20 degrees below zero.
Oh, no.
And exactly.
We've got to get those men up.
Transporter technician Wilson found injured near the captain's cabin. He says the imposter attacked him, called him by name, took his hand phaser.
Called him by name.
Apparently, this double, however different in temperament, has your knowledge of the ship. Its crew, its devices. Where would you go to elude a mass search?
The lower levels. The engineering deck.
It's very advantageous that Kirk has, like, a tight-knit relationship with Bones, of course, but in this particular case, Spock, because Spock, when noticing Kirk slipping, will not be afraid to tell him that he is, because most people wouldn't be like, Captain, or something's wrong with you, are you okay? Like, you're not making clear decisions.
Don't you think we ought to get some help, Captain?
No. I don't want anyone else to see thee.
So this guy probably sees an imposter of himself with his best bud, Spock. Oh no. How long will it take Spock to figure out? Well, they're wearing a different shirt, though. I feel like that's to help the audience, but I feel like it would be more interesting if they were wearing the same shirt to even confuse Spock. Because I feel like the audience could pick up on the acting, Shatner's acting, on which Kirk is which. Okay, well, in a fight, we know which one's gonna come out on top.
You can't kill me. Don't you understand? I'm part of you.
He figured it out.
You need me. I need you. I don't need you.
Oh, great.
What's the matter with me?
You know.
You're rapidly losing the power of decision. The captain's guts you're analyzing. Are you aware of that, Spock? Yes. And what is it that makes one man an exceptional leader? We see here indications that it is his negative side which makes him strong.
Because it's not that black and white. It's not good and evil.
If your power of command continues to weaken, you'll soon be unable to function as captain.
I found a new trouble with the transporter. The main circuits have been burned through.
They didn't report that? Surely they noticed.
Can you give us a status report, Captain? Now 41 degrees below zero. Do you think you might be able to find a long rope somewhere and lower us down a pot of hot coffee?
Aw.
I'll see what we can do. That unit's got a status report.
We can't repair it in less than a week.
So they're stuck down there. They can't even risk splicing them.
Any possibility of getting us back aboard before the skiing season opens down here?
You'll have to hold on a little longer. There's no other way.
What a dire situation. Oh, hello. Good morning, sunshine.
Apparently, the body functioning weakened during the duplication process. He's not dying. Yes, he is.
Uh-oh.
How can I survive without him? I don't know, Jim. Here's my hand.
You won't be afraid if you use your mind and think. Think, you can do it, that's it.
Jim, he is back.
Was it his words of encouragement that did it, or physical contact?
I have to take him back. I can't survive without him. Yet it's me. Me.
He's staring into the face of
We all have our dark
his dark side.
We need it.
Without the negative side, you wouldn't be the captain. Your strength of command lies mostly in him.
I don't like how they call it the negative side, the evil side, but I guess it makes it easier to understand.
Spock here. Would you come to the transporter room? We think we may have found an answer.
The dog is the answer. The Unipooch.
What is it? We found a way to get the transporter working, sir.
I suggest we send the animal through.
Yes, go ahead.
It's not the ideal situation, but I guess they have to.
I'll grab him by the scruff of the neck and hold him as long as I can.
Oh, you're a brave man, Mr. Scotty, because I would not stick my hand in that box.
If this doesn't work, I don't know what will.
So are they sending them back to the planet, or?
Reverse.
Oh, they're just putting him in the space between and then pulling him back? I like how it's clearly...
The shock of putting him back together seems to have been too much for him.
Clearly a toy.
He's dead, Jim.
Oh my god, I thought he was just unconscious.
Captain Kirk retains command of this vessel, but his force of will rapidly fading.
And Sulu, don't forget
Condition
Sulu.
of landing party critical.
Oh my goodness.
Transporter unit still under repair.
They don't have anything else to test it on.
Animal could have died of some kind of shock. For once, I agree with you, Doctor. I said could have, Mr. Spock. Know that the animal was terrified, confused. It was split into two halves and suddenly thrust back together again. Thus shock, induced by blind terror.
Yes, that sounds likely.
It couldn't understand. You can.
Jim, why don't you give me a chance to do an autopsy?
That sounds reasonable. We should double check everything.
He's just going along with what anyone says. No will of his own.
Your men on the planet's surface.
Yes, that's right, the men.
Jim, you can't risk your life on a theory.
Poor guy.
Make the decision.
You're relinquishing your command, Captain.
No.
Come on.
No, I'm not.
Come on. Half Kirk. Maybe he should ask his other
Spock,
self.
ready the transporter room. Bones.
I don't think they've made a very good...
Continue the autopsy.
Maybe they did try. Make an effort to communicate with the other Kirk. Wait, maybe it's gonna happen. Need both halves together.
Captain Kirk, I have a tie-in with Sulu now.
Are the other guys dead?
Can't last much longer.
Hopefully they're still alive.
Can't let them die.
What are you gonna do?
Go through the transporter.
Come on, Kirks. Come on, Jims. You can do it.
There's nothing I can do to stop you.
It's what I have to do.
What we have to do.
It's what I have to do. What we have to do.
I won't fight you anymore.
I feel so weak.
They're both slipping away. He is fighting him. Oh, he was just acting.
No word from Mr. Solo, sir.
Prepare to leave orbit, Mr. Farrell.
But I thought we planned
I've changed my mind. Go back to your station, Mr. Spock.
Grab him. He's the imposter.
No!
McCoy, he's fooled you.
Neither of them are imposters.
Yeah.
They're both Kirk.
Mr. Spock.
You have two captains.
You know who I am. You know what that is.
Mr. Spock, which one? What do we do?
I'm the captain! Don't you understand? I'm captain of the ship!
Kill you. Can half a man live?
Did they put
Both die.
eyeliner on him?
I want to go back.
Ah, this reminds me of Xenogears. If you know, you know.
Mr. Spock,
Captain.
if this doesn't work...
Understood, Captain.
He's in charge. Spock is in charge if it doesn't work. Moment of truth. Oh, he's live.
Jump. Get those men aboard fast.
Right away, Captain.
He's back.
How do you feel, Jim? I've seen a part of myself no man should ever see.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Spock, from both of us.
Well, sir, what I'd like to say is that
Thank you, Yeoman.
The imposter had some interesting qualities, wouldn't you say, Yeoman?
What a tease.
This is the captain speaking. Navigator, set in course correction. Helmsman, steady as she goes.
I feel like that was an excellent episode. I really, really enjoyed that episode. There was a lot to think about. I guess the two main things that I want to talk about, one is the duality of man, the different parts that make a person, the good, the bad, everything in between to make a person a whole person. There are qualities that one might think of as being wholly negative or wholly evil or something that's bad, but are something that they are a necessary piece of the puzzle. The many different sides of yourself working together, keeping each other in check, is very, very important. In a game that I played recently called Xenogears, I won't stay on this subject for too long because I know not all of you are gamers or whatever, but there is a character in that game, spoiler warning, that is basically what happened to Kirk here kind of happened to him as well. He had the very negative side of him. He was split into three. It was kind of like the id, the super ego, and the ego. And here we have a little bit of that. We have the id, which I guess would be the very aggressive side, and then the superego, which would be the more gentler side. I might be getting it wrong, but some of you guys probably know more about this in depth than I do. And without those two working together, or he didn't have the ego to kind of bridge that gap. There wasn't that middle kind of person to communicate between the two sides to make them be able to work together to come to an understanding, because he was, physically split into two. And yeah, Xenogears is a great, great game. Definitely worth it if you like a story that really makes you think and keeps you on your toes. But it's way more complex than what we saw here. It really expands on that and a lot of other things. And what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Shoot, what was it? Oh, and lastly, and we get to see just how difficult a role the captain is and how good at it Kirk is. And we can see just how valuable he is to be able to take up that position, make the decisions with a cool head, but to be fierce enough to actually make the tough decisions and stick to what he decides with conviction in his heart and in his voice, to command over everybody else. And I think I just got a bigger appreciation for Kirk and who he is and what he does and all of that good stuff. So anyways, that's that episode. Very, very cool. Very much enjoyed that. Hope you guys did too. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And of course, Dad, I miss you. I love you. This is great. I'm having a good time. So thank you for sharing this show with me. Bye, everyone.